What's going on, you guys? It's your girl Zealous Demon, and today I'm coming at you with actually not a stream highlight. So essentially, I've been watching these types of videos that essentially were by this person who is basically unlocking the rarest achievements in zombies. And I was a bit curious. I've been playing a lot of Black Ops Cold War lately. Now it's like, what is the rarest achievement in Black Ops Cold War? And how easy is it for me to get? And so after looking into it, the rarest Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War achievement is Craftwork, where you have to craft 14 unique items on the workbench in one game. Now, that sounds pretty simple, but only 0.9% of people have done it. So is it that simple? I guess we're just going to find out. So let's load up a game of D Machine and let's get started. Alrighty, and here we are in Marasko, Poland for the D Machine, whatever the fuck. Now, for those of you probably wondering, do I have any kind of plan on how I'm gonna actually do this? No, I do not. So essentially, the achievement seemed pretty straightforward when I looked into it on Steam. You know what I mean? It was craft 14 unique items, and that's it. We just have to use salvage and craft 14 items over here, which sounds pretty straightforward. I'm turning down the audio a bit. So for those of you wondering why I'm using the Gallo and not running like the knife or anything, or knifing right now, I've actually been trying to get the Dark Ether camo as of late, and I've managed to do the melee, the special class, and the pistol class, and now I'm on the shotguns. And the other day I just finished golding the Hauer, and now I'm on the Gallo. So we are gaming with the Gallo, and that's what I've been trying to do. And I've been playing a lot of Black Ops Cold War as of late. Honestly, the game's mildly underrated when it comes to it. In terms of maps, the maps are pretty okay. I think D Machina and Firebase Z are the two best maps included. But in general, this game mechanically is really fun. I'm surprised there's not as many people playing it as I would think, or people talking about it as I would think. That or I live under a rock and I'm just stupid. But yeah, I've been looking at all the stuff for Black Ops 6 so far, and it actually seems like it'll be pretty good. Black Ops 3 is honestly my favorite Black Ops Zombies because it's Zombie Chronicles and everything. I will be honest though, the one thing that I'm not happy to see returning is Gobblegum. Now, that's probably going to sound like heresy to other Zombies fans, but me personally, I'm just not a big fan of Gobblegum. For one reason, it's either grind it the fuck out or pay for it. Here comes the money! Obviously, you didn't have to pay for it. The same way you didn't have to pay for the bundles inside of Black Ops 3 with multiplayer. But, at the same time, it's a million times easier to do that, so it still feels pay to win. Also, my throat's getting a little stuffy, so if I sound a little weird, I apologize in advance. But yeah, when it comes to Gobblegum, I never was the biggest fan of the system. Not to mention, they just kind of rewarded it anyway. In this game, there's no perk limit, which actually makes it a bit more interesting when it comes to decisions. Because in this game, you have to decide, do I want to pack or do I want to buy perks? And I think that's a fun decision to have to be made compared to the other Black Ops 3 where you just pop a perkaholic and then now it doesn't matter. The fact this is not even a one-shot on round 4 is really weird. It's honestly a little disappointing. It's probably just the rarity type, but oh well. Me personally, I'm a fan of the no perk limit in this game. I am of the crowd that I actually prefer having no perk limit. I think having no perk limit, especially in Cold War with how Pack-a-Punch works, makes it more interesting decision-wise. Because in this game, you have to decide, is it worth Pack-a-Punching my gun, or should I just get perks? And it's an interesting experience trying to decide whether or not, do I want to get perks, or should I focus on just Pack-a-Punching, you know what I mean? It actually makes an interesting decision, especially with how the perk prices go up over the games. So, me personally, I'm in favor of no perk limit. I understand why people like the perk limit. It actually makes some strategy. I prefer not having it just because it makes the game a lot more straightforward. You just get the perks you want and you move on with your day. There's no, negatives to not having a perk limit, in my opinion. There's zero negatives. So I don't see why we'd have to remove it, and I really hope they don't remove it in favor of just bringing back the Gobblegums, because that would honestly be not that fun. But recently, I managed to get a new job, too, and that has definitely helped. Because, for those of you who also don't know, for a while, a couple months ago, I actually used to work as a shift leader for Papa John's. And sweet good Lord Almighty, that job was awful.
The world could do. It's like sucks. Damn.
First of all, the store that I worked at was so horribly mismanaged. Like, to start on that, like, it was horrible. To give you an idea of how bad it was mismanaged, for example, one example of how the store was so mismanaged was the person who hired me didn't even really work at the store. He was like the district manager for like the area that I lived in. Which, like, you know, kind of makes sense, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, isn't that supposed to be the GM's job? To find out, the GM actually had just completely abandoned the store. Like, I'm not even kidding. He quite literally took all the uniforms and shit with him and just left. It was really weird because think about it like this from my perspective. I get hired as a shift leader, right? And so I'm there to learn, do my job, and then suddenly I'm bitched at about not having a uniform. And so when I ask, well, I assume I didn't needed one because I was not provided one on hiring day. They say, well, yeah, you're supposed to have one. We just don't have any because the GM took it all with him when he left.
I'm so damn confused.
Anyways, yeah, so that store was horribly mismanaged. It was awful. Really, like, God. Like, I absolutely did not like my experience there whatsoever. Anyways, now I have a job where I'm actually working to train, again, for a shift leader position at Pizza Hut, and it's a lot better. It's just a lot better of a work environment for obvious reasons. You know what I mean? The store no longer is mismanaged to hell and back. It's a lot easier to get adjusted to things because I've actually worked in the area before. The people are nicer. It's a much more fun experience. And now that I work full-time at a new job, it's also just a bit difficult to have a consistent schedule. You know. I'm sure a lot of people can relate when it comes to the full-time grind and also trying to do content creation. But I've also had a bunch of people ask why I worry so much about content creation if, like, I'm not even getting paid by it. But it's also like, do I really need to get paid for something to feel like it's, like, something that I really like doing enough to feel obligated to? It's like, I already really love making content and entertaining people to a point where it's like, I feel like I don't even have to, like, need a reason or, like, a financial gain from it in order to feel like I should. Because a good example is back in the old days, when I first started streaming, I literally used to stream off of a school Chromebook with a $20 capture card I got off of Amazon. And that's what I streamed off of, next to the school Chromebook with it. And it was an experience, let me tell you. I don't know how anyone managed to watch those streams with that level, with like that subpar, almost impossible level of quality. But people did. And it's still really crazy to me how people watch that. Because it's like they were so low quality. I could even put up a clip on screen right now.
Yes, the best strategy. I'm actually scared for my...
Like, it was that bad. I don't understand how anybody watched it. But, like, at the same time, I'm so thankful people did. I have not made a YouTube video like this, where it's just not a stream highlight compilation, since back when I was, like, a freshman in high school. Keep in mind, I'm, like, 19 now. I'm turning 20 this year. So I've been out of high school for a pretty good amount of time, I would like to think, at least. So, for example, back whenever I was in freshman year, I didn't have a computer or anything. So how I used to make videos was I would record Geometry Dash for content. I did exclusively Geometry Dash because that's really all I could do. Exclusively Geometry Dash, where I would record it off of my phone, edit it off of my phone, and completely do it that way. Edit it off my phone, record it off my phone, and that's how I made videos. I did my thumbnails on my phone, everything. It was crazy. I don't know how I managed to do that, but I had so much fun making it that it was like, I just kept doing it. But you know what? I respect the grind. Little me, I respect the grind with her. And so right now, we're just going to sit here and grind with the Gallo because it gives me free levels to grind with Dark Ether for. And we're just going to keep on grinding out salvage from the zombies so that we can go ahead and make all 14 equipment for the Craftmaster achievement. I actually think it's very interesting how this, like, when it comes to Steam at least, is the most, like, is the least unlocked achievement. Because, I mean, like, at the same time, it makes sense. When you really think about it for a minute, it makes sense because it's like, nobody really goes around and makes everything off the crafting table. You know what I mean? Like, they mainly just make stim shots and the C4s or, like, whatever else they need and then just call it a day. They never really make stuff like, you know what I mean? They never go around and make everything. So, like, it makes sense, but it's still really weird how nobody's looked at it. It's like, yeah, I could do that in one game. Also, we're at a good amount. I think I can make a Molotov, a flamethrower. Okay. I have not been I'm gonna make a confession. I have not been keeping count of however much I built, because I've been wanting the surprise. Like, why keep count of how many I built when I could just be surprised when the achievement pops up? You know what I'm saying? So, out of curiosity, for all the people that are watching the video, do any of you guys play Black Ops Cold War, and how many of you have unlocked Dark Ether? I'm curious, because as someone who's on the Dark Ether grind, I'm curious how many people have managed to get it. Or what they found easy. Because I know the sniper rifles are also on the list, and I know damn well a lot of people have complained about how annoying the snipers were, so it's like, oh my god. Oh my god. Good lord. Oh my god. Wow, that was my first down. I was not expecting that. I have not taken a down like that in forever. Oh my god, I'm actually kind of disappointed. I'm really excited. Like, now I'm just going to start talking about whatever while I do this. I am really excited for Mario and Luigi Brothers ship. For anybody who isn't really familiar, I am a huge fan of the Mario and Luigi series. I've actually 100%ed every single game when it comes to it. So it's like, by default, I already have to play Brothership, right? But it's like, man, I was so excited when that randomly popped up in that Nintendo Direct. Y'all have no idea the childhood joy I felt seeing something that I haven't seen in so long pop up like that. And I know so many other people felt that way. Because Mario and Luigi is just such a beloved series. I'm so excited to see that happen. I assume we're like 3 more builds away anyway. About to fuck this guy up like JFK. There we go. That probably was not a joke I should be making on this channel. And with that, we have the Craft Work achievement. In D Machina, craft 14 different items in one match. We did it by round 18 with just a 1-pack shotgun and a single down, which kind of took me off guard. So with that, I'm going to ask, does this deserve to be the least unlocked achievement in Cold War Zombies? In full honesty, no. Not really. But in that regard, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope if you guys want to see more, let me know in the comments. Bye!